Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss something on the principles of marketing. Uh, in the principles of marketing, our main topic will be the PLC, and that is the product life cycle. Just like a human being or seed, product also has a life cycle. A product has 4 stages in its life cycle. There is introduction stage, there is a growth stage, and there is maturity, and then declining stage. Uh, let's start with the introduction stage. Introduction begins when the product is first made for commercial sale. And during the introduction stage, the product sales are relatively low and slow to accumulate because it takes time to roll the product into multiple geographic markets and convince sellers like wholesalers and retailers to stock and sell the products and to generate sufficient levels of customer awareness, interest, and trial. In overall, demand generally remains low during this stage. Why? Customers don't have prior knowledge, and even wholesalers have no prior knowledge, retailers also have no prior knowledge about the product which is being introduced into the market. And for us today, when we are learning this, like if you want to be like introduce a product into the market, please, I advise you, my students, you take market research first. You analyze the strategies, like the market is done. How do you introduce a product into the market? You need first to take market research before you introduce the product. And then the second stage, now we go to the second stage, that's the growth stage. As the product becomes widely available and is adopted by more and more consumers, sales begin to what? To grow at an increasing rate. At this point, the product has entered its growth stage. Why? Because when you see sales growing, let's take for example, maybe if you like a human being, when a human being is produced, that is an introduction state. It grows. Then you see the manners changing. That means that means just like the way the product also behaves in the market, the product also starts behaving in some other way. Just like a human being, when he has he has reached the growth stage, starts behaving in another way. So even a product does like that, and it starts what? Its sales increase now. It's also capturing how do you call it, the attraction of the market, like the consumers. Like sales continue to grow at what? At accelerated rate until the market approaches saturation. For example, like the pool of potential customers for the product becomes what? Depleted. At this saturation point, okay, like as this saturation point is approached, the sales curve begins to tip over. It's just because I cannot come with my stationery. I will show you maybe in the next lecture. Shall we do it graphically? Shall plot a graph here, and then you see the product life cycle. But let's first handle it. We say, at this saturation point, as this saturation point is approached, the sales curve begins to what? To tip over. We shall see it in the next lecture. The rate of sales growth tends to be accelerated. And at this point, the product transitions into its third state, and that is maturity. Let's go to the third state. That is maturity now. In the maturity stage, sales continue to grow during the first part of the maturity stage, although the growth rate is much slower than before. At some point during maturity, sales reach their peak, and this peak will vary in duration depending on the product what category under the what consideration. For some products such as automobiles, cigarettes, and refrigerators, sales may remain at their peak for decades. Maturity stage is usually the longest phase of the product life cycle. As a result, most products at any point in time are at maturity. And this means that most decisions made by marketing managers are decisions relevant to managing mature products. When you be like a manager and you want to make a decision, please, I know actually managers do what? Make managerial decisions. You don't make like sales decisions unless you are there. But the manager, okay, like managers make managerial decisions. This makes the maturity what? Stage of the product life cycle among the most important to us to consider from a managerial perspective. So we can take a maturity stage as like in a managerial perspective. As the product has reached its maturity stage and it has completed its maturity stage, there's the fourth. That one is the declining stage. Even for us human beings, we have declining stage. Like a human being can pass adulthood, childhood, adolescence, adulthood. Then when you go to a declining stage, that is the point whereby you grow old and you cannot do anything. When you grow old, you cannot do anything. You just feel weak and people just see you like that. That means you have lost value to them. But when you were in maturity, growth, you had value because you do offer services, but now you cannot. So that means you have reached what? Your decline is just like a product. A product also is like that. When it loses, it's like demand. And customers start saying, this product is now gone out. So the product has reached to the declining stage. So let's go there forward. That's the declining stage. Eventually, the product enters decline. The declining phase is characterized by a steady deterioration in sales and profits. You get? Sales and profits start what? Deteriorating. This stage culminates in the product's withdrawal from the market. For us like a sales personnel, once you see that the product is what? The product demand is low, you withdraw the product or you introduce another product to replace that one immediately. But not in this state, but you take it in maturity state. You practice, like for us we call it cannibalism. So you can do cannibalism, you bring a new product, then you take off on this one. But as the product reaches today its declining state, the sales and the profits start deteriorating, and the product can be okay. The sales, the marketers will withdraw the product from the market since it has lost its demand. It's not bringing. There are no sales and there are no profits. So thank you for listening. That is for today. As we have discussed about the product life cycle, so catch me in the next lecture as we are going to discuss about the services and goods. Thank you for listening. We meet again.